This coal landing plant is a huge plant in the thermal power stations. The 250 megawatts and 210 megawatts boiler takes 100 tons per hour. 100 tons of coal per hour. That means it requires 2500 tons per day. So, such is the huge quantity of coal required for the thermal power station to feed into the boiler. There will be a coal yard, wherein 15 days of coal is reserved. 15 days of coal quantity is available in the yard. When the coal landing plant from the boulders, it will be chipped into the small 25 pieces in the coal yard, and this coal landing plant and these 25 pieces will go to the boiler. So, in the boiler, when the 25 of coal chips dropped or forced with the help of the forced draft fan, and this the coal mills will grind that 25 of chip into powder form, and the coal is dumped into the middle of the pumped to the middle of the boiler. When the coal powder is available or oil is available, when there is no coal, we will ignite the boiler in the starting purpose light diesel oil, LSD. So, when the oil is pumped to the center of the boiler, the impinges the boiler, then we will ignite the fire, and this will create the heat. This heat is imparted to the pipes along the boiler wall. This boiler is of 70 meters, 210 meters height, 210 feet height. So, this is very high, and wherein the drum will be there. This drum will collect the steam, supersaturated steam. As I told you, the supersaturated steam in the order of 560 degrees, 145 kg per centimeter square is pumped into the main steam lines. So, this is the firing zone wherein the coal powder is ignited and proper heat is produced in order to convert the water circulating on the circulating pipes. Then this water will turn into the steam, then it will beyond the 100 degree steam, it will turn to the latent heat and superheated steam. This superheated steam is collected in the drum. It's collected in the drum which is over the boiler. This drum will have the water, and above it steam. These steam lines will start from the drum and goes to the turbine like this. This is the main steam lines which carries the steam quality of 560 degrees temperature and 145 kg per centimeter square. These steam lines will go to the steam valve of the HP turbine. Then the turbine rotates with that heavy pressure the steam is inletted into the turbine and tries to rotate the rotor. Only one rotor will be erected from HV turbine, IP turbine, LP turbine and the generator and the DC exciter. From here to here there is only one rotor over which salient magnetic field will be placed, which produces the rotating magnetic field in the generator. So this rotates. When the steam will exhaust its value, so the temperature will go down to 560 degrees and this steam is again taken to the boiler to heat up further and gains the temperature to 560 degrees and this 340 degrees and this will rotate the LP turbine rotor, and these all rotors are connected with the bearings. So there will be 7 bearings in the rotor. Final bearing will be at the end of the generator. So this will go to the LP turbine and all the steam energy will be exhausted and it comes to the point 0.1 kg per centimeter square and about 80 degrees centigrade. So this 80 degrees centigrade, 1 kg or even less than 1 kg. So 1 kg per centimeter square, 80 degrees or even 100 degrees centigrade. So this steam, 700 tons per hour of steam is produced in the steam generator, that is boiler, will be pumped to the LP turbine, where it lost all the energy and pressure will be 1 kg per centimeter square and the temperature will be 100 degrees centigrade. So this will form into the condenser. In the condenser you will find the tubes. Okay, you will find the tubes, various tubes. This is tubes. So this steam will enter like this and leave like this. Okay, this steam is collected into the hot well. What is this? Hot well, and this can be pumped to through CEP, condensate extraction pumps, and this hot well CEP condensate. You can imagine that in order to cool the temperature, we use the condensate tubes, and at one stage it will enter, the other stage it will leave. Enter at the higher temperature, leave at the warm temperature, and goes to the cooling tower, wherein cooling tower sprinkles will be collected. When the steam goes, the natural draft cooling tower, so these sprinkles will be collected in the bottom of the cooling tower, and this goes to the CW pump, and this from again CW pump, it will go to this is the circulating water system, so it will go to the condenser again to cool the temperature in the condenser tubes. In this BFP means boiler feed pump, which pumps water to the turbine at the rate of 700 tons per hour and 145 kg per centimeter square. So this is when the coal is burnt in the boiler, a lot of ash, 40%, 30 to 40% of ash will be collected here in the sill pit. So this ash will go to the ash handling plant. What is this? Ash handling plant. Ash handling plant. So this is also a big plant wherein this capacity will be 25 years. From up to 25 years, the 30% of the coal burnt in the thermal power station will be go to the ash pumpers by ash handling plant AHP, and this water mixed ash will go to the ash handling plant and dump it to the ash handling plant. Okay, 30% of coal is turned into ash. This is the thermal power station outlay, and wherein each and every part of the thermal power station, namely coal yard, coal landing plant, boiler, in association with boiler, mills will be working to get the 25 mm size of coal into the powder form, and this will be ignited, heat is generated, heat energy will be converted into the steam energy in the tubes. This steam energy is further supersaturated by the heat produced in the boiler, and this will go to the drum, and from the drum 2 main lines, MS lines, will be going to the turbine. In the turbine there will be 3 parts: HP turbine, IP turbine and LP turbine. So steam, when it lost energy, it go back to the boiler and gains from the boiler, it come back to the again here, then it will go to the LP turbine directly. Go to the LP turbine directly, and all the 700 tons of steam produced is dumped into the condenser. So this runs at 3000 rpm, 50 Hz frequency, 3 phase. So produces 250 megawatts of power. The same case will be in case of 500 megawatts also, but the generation of the generator will be instead of 15.75 kV for 250 megawatts, and it will be 25 kV per 500 megawatts power. So 500 megawatts of power is generated each and every second, and it should be evacuated. How it evacuates, yesterday I told you. So it goes to the transmission system, from the transmission system to distribution to finally utilization. Thank you, viewers.